We have been talking about this volcano all week, and this morning lava is flowing from the world's largest active volcano.
This is unbelievable. The world's largest volcano, located in the South Pacific Ocean, has abruptly opened up and cracked up the Earth. Experts are stunned, and the world is eager with anticipation over what could happen next. This is a story like no one has seen before, and is surely a never-before-seen sight. Get ready to be enlightened by the secrets of the Earth hidden in this immense volcanic crater. What are the potential effects of volcanic eruptions in Indonesia on people's lives? What kinds of ancient beliefs do the Batak people of Sumatra practice that are connected to volcanoes? What might be the effects if a volcano of the magnitude of Toba erupted today? Indonesia, a Southeast Asian archipelago, is home to over 13,466 islands and approximately 9,000 named ones. The country's geological dynamics are shaped by its location in the Ring of Fire, one of the most volcanically active and earthquake-prone areas on the planet. With around 400 volcanoes, Indonesia ranks third globally in terms of volcanic activity, trailing only the United States and Russia. Lake Toba, located on Sumatra, is a prime example of Indonesia's volcanic wonders. This colossal volcano, which erupted approximately 75,000 years ago, cracked open the earth and left behind a massive caldera that eventually filled with water, forming Lake Toba. The potential impact of volcanic eruptions in Indonesia raises questions about their effects on people's lives. Authorities and scientists closely monitor volcanic activity, providing timely warnings and evacuation plans to ensure the safety of residents and visitors alike. Indonesia is renowned as one of the most seismically active regions on our planet, boasting a remarkable number of active and potentially active volcanoes. The bend you can see in Indonesia is a result of the Pacific Plate subducting beneath the Eurasian Plate, giving rise to a quarter of the country's volcanoes situated north of the Sundar Arc in a region of complex tectonics. Despite the destructive power of these volcanoes, there is a silver lining. Volcanic lava and ash enrich the soil, creating fertile ground capable of producing multiple harvests. Java farmers, for instance, benefit from the nutrient-rich volcanic ash, allowing them to harvest 3 crops of rice in a single season. Indonesia has 76 historically active volcanoes, more than any other country. In 2006, the country witnessed 1171 eruptions, trailing only behind Japan's 1274. Notable active volcanoes include Mount Merapi in Jawa Tengah Province and Mount Soputan in Sulawesi Utara Province. Between 1972 and 1991, 29 volcanic eruptions were recorded, with Java being the most active. From 2000 to 2009, Indonesia experienced 110 new or continuous eruptions, with Java taking the lead. The Volcanological Survey of Indonesia, founded by the Dutch in the 1920s and expanded by the Indonesian government, closely monitors the volcanoes known as Gunung or fire mountains. Accurately predicting volcanic activity remains an elusive challenge. Indonesia's geologically active region features captivating landscapes and fiery volcanoes, showcasing the immense power of nature and the resilience of its inhabitants. Imagine a land where millions of people live in the shadow of fiery giants, where the rumbling of volcanoes is a constant companion to daily life. Welcome to Indonesia, a country like no other, where the close proximity to over 30 active volcanoes on the island of Java alone has shaped the lives of 120 million people. But with great beauty comes great danger, as these majestic mountains have claimed the lives of approximately 140,000 individuals over the past 500 years. Volcanoes are not just geological phenomena in Indonesia, they are deeply intertwined with the everyday existence of their inhabitants. Take, for instance, the island of Sumatra, home to the Batak people. While they were converted to Christianity in the 19th century, many still hold on to their ancient beliefs, such as the belief that the first human descended from heaven on a bamboo pole to the sacred Mount Puncak, Bukit. In East Java, the Tengger residing near Mount Bromo embark on treacherous climbs through choking sulfurous clouds. Their purpose: to make offerings of money, vegetables, and even livestock into the fiery crater as a way to appease the powerful forces that dwell within. On the island of Flores, the predominantly Catholic Nagayo people are buried with their backs facing Mount Abu Lobo, an awe-inspiring cone that dominates the southern horizon. However, nowhere is the connection between the people and their volcanoes as profound as in Bali, a predominantly Hindu island. Mount Agung, the highest peak on the island at 10,000 feet, is considered the navel of the world by the Balinese. It is said that even when blindfolded, a true Balinese can sense the presence of Mount Agung, and many sleep with their heads pointing towards it. The eruption of Mount Agung in 1963 claimed the lives of 1,000 people, but the locals now view it as a divine gift, as the ash and sand expelled during the eruption were used to construct infrastructure for foreign tourists. Mount Agung in Indonesia is a popular destination for adventurers, with hiking routes taking about 3 hours. The two most popular paths start at the Pura Besaki Temple and the Pura Pasar Agung Temple. Before climbing, it is customary to make an offering and treat the mountain with respect, as the Balinese believe in maintaining harmony with the sacred volcano. However, the enchanting beauty of Mount Agung also has a history of tragedy, with its 1963 eruption causing the destruction and displacement of thousands. Some Balinese believe that President Sukarno triggered the eruption by forcing religious leaders to stage a ritual at a tourism conference, leading to the destruction of a gate built to honor President Sukarno. Indonesia's volcanoes are both a blessing and a curse, illustrating the fragility and strength of the human spirit. The stories of Indonesia's volcanic eruptions are not just historical events, but also reminders of the power and unpredictability of nature. From the harrowing race down Supercan slopes to the awe-inspiring might of Mount Tambora, these stories captivate our imagination and emphasize the resilience of those who endure such catastrophic events. In the village of Lab, hot gas clouds suffocated its inhabitants, leaving behind a devastating scene of destruction. Other towns faced the wrath of boiling mud and ash, with rivers turning into silty gray streams and drinking water becoming scarce. Bali's sacred shrine, Besaki, stood defiantly beneath the volcano, tempting thousands to defy the governor's prohibition and celebrate an April full moon ceremony. Palm fronds adorned with bowls of rice, fried cakes, barbecued delicacies, and spiny durians were among the offerings made to the gods, with some ceremonies even featuring women picking up hot coals with their bare hands. Mount Tambora, another notable volcano in Indonesia, witnessed an unprecedented power outburst in 1815. Standing over 14,000 feet tall, Tambora shed more than 4,000 feet off its peak, leaving behind a massive crater stretching over 4 miles across and plunging 2,000 feet deep. The eruption began with minor tremors, followed by thunderous rumblings, followed by a cascade of ash that gradually turned into cannon-like explosions. On that fateful evening, Tambora unleashed its full fury, with an explosion heard over 1,200 miles away in Sumatra. The devastation was unimaginable, with ships trapped in pumice stone rafts, tsunamis ravaging the Java Sea, and ash raining down on houses for miles around. Tambora's cataclysmic eruption falls under the classification of an ultraplinian event, the most violent category of volcanic eruptions. The impact of Tambora's eruption reverberated across the globe, with observers in the northeastern United States reporting peculiar phenomena. Fog that dimmed the sunlight and took on a reddish hue, impervious to the efforts of wind and rain. As global temperatures plummeted, the following year brought further calamities, with far-reaching consequences for climate and land fertility. Lord Byron challenged his fellow writers to create horror stories during the year without summer in 1816. The year was marked by extreme weather events, including snowfall in June, frost in Connecticut, deep snow in Quebec, and cold weather throughout the summer, leading to widespread crop failures, famine, and cholera outbreaks. This chilling backdrop inspired Mary Shelley to begin on her writing journey, resulting in the iconic novel Frankenstein. But our tale doesn't end there. We now venture to the exotic Indonesian archipelago, where the volcanic island of Krakatoa holds its place in history. Situated in the Sunda Strait between Java and Sumatra, Krakatoa was once believed to be extinct. However, in 1883, a series of tremors and explosions shattered this notion, awakening the fury of this slumbering giant. On August 26, 1883, Krakatoa unleashed its wrath with a volcanic blast that sent a massive cloud of gas and debris 15 miles into the air. This marked the beginning of 21 hours of increasingly powerful explosions, culminating in a cataclysmic blast on August 27th. The eruption propelled ash 50 miles into the air, reaching as far as Perth, Australia, a staggering distance of 2,800 miles. The aftermath was devastating. Approximately 9 square miles of the island, including the peaks of Pubawatan, Danan, and Rakata, sank beneath the sea into the caldera. More than 36,000 lives were lost, not only due to the volcanic rock and gas, but also the tsunamis triggered by the collapse of the volcano. A towering wall of water, 120 feet high, wiped out 165 coastal villages in Java and Sumatra. The power of Krakatoa's eruption was unparalleled, with a volcanic explosivity index BI of 6 and a force equivalent to 200 megatons of TNT. It dwarfed even the destructive force of the atomic bomb that devastated Hiroshima in 1945. The eruption released a staggering 6 cubic miles of rock, ash, dust, and debris into the atmosphere, casting a dark shadow over the world. The impact of Krakatoa's eruption reached far beyond Indonesia. Thousands of miles away, in Los Angeles, the months following the cataclysmic event saw an unprecedented amount of rainfall. With 38.18 inches, it remains the city's highest annual rainfall on record. The eruption also caused vividly colored sunsets and other spectacular atmospheric effects worldwide, leaving a lasting imprint on the global climate. While Krakatoa's eruption holds a prominent place in history, let us not forget the more recent volcanic fury of Mount Merapi in 2010. Situated on the Indonesian island of Java, this fiery mountain, also known as the Mountain of Fire, is part of the infamous Ring of Fire. Its eruptions serve as a reminder of the raw power and awe-inspiring beauty of our planet's geological processes. The evacuation zone remained in place for several weeks as the volcano continued to release lava and ash. Mount Merapi erupted once again on October 30th, sending a fireball 2 kilometers into the air and causing ash to fall over 30 kilometers away. While the eruptions of Mount Merapi are certainly significant, they pale in comparison to the terrifying power of the Toba supervolcano. Located beneath the tranquil waters of Lake Toba on the Indonesian island of Sumatra, this active volcano has only erupted twice in the last million years, with the most recent eruption occurring 75,000 years ago. Each eruption injected an astonishing 2,800 cubic kilometers of magma into the atmosphere, enough to cover the entire United States in ash. Super eruptions like Toba are classified as level 8 on the Volcanic Explosivity Index, propelled by massive magma reservoirs in the upper continental crust. Unlike the less explosive volcanoes found in places like Hawaii, Toba's magma is rich in silica, making it highly viscous and prone to explosive eruptions. The volume of the Toba eruption is truly staggering, with the Huckleberry Ridge eruption at Yellowstone, which occurred 2.2 million years ago, having a volume of 2,500 cubic kilometers, and the more recent eruption of Mount St. Helens in 1980 only spewing 1 cubic kilometer of ash. The impact of the Toba eruption was felt far and wide. Deep-sea cores taken in the Bay of Bengal in India, approximately 900 miles from Toba, have produced ash from the eruption. Excavations in South Africa have even uncovered tiny shards of volcanic glass, known as tephra, from the eruption, demonstrating the incredible reach of Toba's power. Scientists estimate that the eruption column of the Toba volcano reached a height of 30 to 50 miles, causing a volcanic winter that may have resulted in a human population bottleneck, with only 10,000 people surviving. The exact triggers for super eruptions like Toba are still not entirely clear, but recent research suggests that it may be the rising temperature of the magma reservoir over time, known as thermal maturation, that triggers the explosion. Supervolcanoes like Toba are known for their unpredictable nature, with geologists studying them to understand signals indicating an impending super eruption. However, research from the University of Geneva and Peking University suggests that geological signals on Earth's surface, such as cracked rocks or gas seepage, may not always occur before an eruption, making supervolcanoes ticking time bombs. The stories of Mount Merapi and Toba highlight the immense forces beneath the Earth's surface, making them both fascinating and terrifying. The greatest volcano ever seen opened up in a region, making Earth the center of the storm. Scientists are currently collecting information and monitoring the eruption's damage. The greatest volcano to ever open up and crack up the Earth is coming, and we are ready for its impact. Thank you for watching, and check back for more videos. For more videos, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.